I'm Merritt Maxim, Vice President and Research Director at Forrester Research, where I lead a team of analysts who cover, among other things, identity and access management, and I manage and drive the research agenda and work with clients on those topics. We want to do zero trust. Where do we start? And every organization is different, and there's no absolutely requirement, kind of paint by numbers requirements is that you must start here. What really matters more is that wherever you start, don't stop. So in other words, keep evolving. So for instance, let's say that you decide to start on the identity side first, right? Which could involve deploying something like a privileged identity management solution for your higher value users and systems, doing multi-factor authentication, things of that sort. Those are all good starting points. Don't have necessarily a high impact on kind of user. There's a broad vendor ecosystem that supports those capabilities, and so it's easy to find solutions that probably fit your needs and budgets. But the point is that once the identity piece is done, it's not done, right? Now you should move on to whether it's to data, to workloads, or devices. But those are all the ordering here really doesn't matter. I do think, and I don't say this because I've been in the identity space for decades, and JumpCloud's in this space as well. But I do think that starting on the identity piece is a very good practical place to start. Again, multi-factor authentication is a great way to reduce your overall risk. And as I said before, users are much more accustomed to two-factor authentication now. So getting their buy-in to actually do that is quite strong. So there's that benefit. And I think that can also, there's another kind of indirect benefit of going on the identity first approach, which is that if you're doing something like zero trust, multi-factor as an example, that's something that's going to touch possibly every user in your organization. And that means early on in your roadmap, you now have essentially articulated zero trust to your entire employee base. So that means that subsequent changes that you may do, so say like you follow on with more a BYOD policy or other things around kind of connected devices, you now at least have a more captive audience because they've already kind of come along on board on the zero trust journey with you because they've already had to do or change their login habits to add in multi-factor authentication. So that's one benefit. It doesn't mean that if you start, say, with zero trust for workloads, you can't add in the multi-factor later. But I think that's often a good place to start. And another interesting kind of parallel to that would be on the device side. And again, this is particularly important in the remote work world. If your company has to bring your own device policy, there may be rogue or unpermitted devices in your network now, and zero trust can become a very useful way to not necessarily kick those devices off the network, but to basically add requirements in that if those devices are going to be on the network, they must meet certain minimum requirements in order to be connected. And if they don't meet those requirements, then they're going to get pushed off the network. So those are two, I think, good initial places that you can start with for zero trust that deliver good value and can set you up well for success down the road.